What if I told you that there's a 6'9" point guard build that gets contact dunks, gets an 85 3-point rating, which means it unlocks silver limitless range, gets an 87 ball handling, which means it gets all the best dribble moves in the game, gets a 93 block rating, which means you unlock gold anchor on a point guard, gets an 82 speed and 84 acceleration, which means you're quicker than even the smallest of guards. And on top of all that, this is the badge count: 16 finishing, 20 shooting, 20 playmaking, and 28 defensive badges on a point guard build. And the best part, not only do you unlock all the takeovers in the game, you also get the best build name, two-way inside out score. Today we break NBA 2K23. What's up, Simply Squad? It's your boy Game Breaker, grinding. And let's be honest, y'all, my first ever 6'9" build absolutely dominated the meta the first month of NBA 2K23. Some of y'all love me for that, some of y'all hate me for that, but regardless, you could not join a park without seeing one of my 6'9" builds running around torching everybody they play. And the scary thing is, today I got a way better version of that 6'9" build. So if you're looking for a new build to dominate season 2 with, trust me, you are in the right place. This build has literally zero weaknesses. Basically, what I did was I took everything I learned from season 1 and refined it into the most perfectly optimal 6'9" build you can make. So for example, my first 6'9" build had 17 finishing badges, but there's no need for that. Limitless Takeoff is a tier 2 badge for 6'9". So all you need in the tier 3 badge category is Silver Posterizer, which costs 6 extra badges. Minor tweaks like that on certain categories allowed me to get a 93 block in gold anchor on a point guard. And on top of that, these are all the defensive stats. I'll show you before we even get into the build. Look how insane that is. And I did that while still being able to keep my contact dunks, while still being able to keep my 85 3-point rating, which 2K Labs has tested and proven that limitless range is one of the most overpowered shooting badges in the entire game, and kept an 87 ball handling, which means I still get all the best dribble moves in the game. So what ends up happening when you make this build is that your offense is just as good or even better than the other 6'9" builds you're playing, but your defense is so insane that stopping them becomes ridiculously easy. You're basically a 6'9" meta abuser who's also anti-meta and can clamp up any other 6'9". I absolutely love this build. Now y'all, not only am I gonna give you the build, I'm gonna give you the jump shot, the dribble moves, the badges, everything you need to know to dominate on day one. All I ask for in return is that you drop a like and drop a sub with notifications on. We're almost at 800k and I'd love to get there soon. Comment Simply Squad if you're already subbed to the channel. Now y'all, we're about to get into the build that's gonna give you insane defense and unlimited greens. But speaking of unlimited green, PrizePicks is helping y'all get unlimited greens as well. PrizePicks is a daily sports fantasy app that allows you to put your NBA knowledge to the test. All you gotta do is go on the app, find your favorite players, and predict if their stats will be over or under for that game. So for example, today I'm going with James Harden and Joel Embiid over because they've been absolutely killing it, and I'm actually gonna go under on Jason Tatum and PJ Tucker. As y'all can see, my last game's picks went absolutely crazy, and I would have won triple the amount if Tobias Harris just got one more assist. After that, all you gotta do is put in your entry amount. The more you put in, the more you can win. I'ma go with this. And the best part is that if you sign up with PrizePicks using my link below, they will match your first deposit up to $100. That means if you put in $100, they will give you $200 to play along. And that $200 can grow super quick because the more players you guess correctly, the more you can win. So make sure to click the link in the description and sign up for PrizePicks today. Thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring this video, and let's get into it, y'all. Alright, y'all, now for the build. The position is going to be a point guard. You go right or left-handed, it don't matter. I'm gonna go right. The height, you're obviously going to be 6'9". The weight is going to be 194 pounds, and your wingspan is going to be 7'4", so you can keep the 85 3-point. And body shape is personal preference, but I like to go slight. Now finally, the attributes. We're gonna start with driving dunk. We're gonna make this an 87 rating. We're gonna take down our layup to a 67, and we're gonna make our standing dunk a 70, so you unlock the ability to actually get standing dunks consistently, which is gonna be super helpful in backdoor situations. And finally, we're gonna make our close shot a 76 exactly, so we end up with 16 finishing badges. And like I said in the intro, what that does is it allows you to get gold limitless takeoff as well as silver posterizer, which is the only tier 3 badge you want on this build. But we'll go more in depth on the badges at the end of the video. Right now, y'all want the attributes. So we're gonna go down to 3-point shot and we're gonna make this an 85, obviously. And what that does is allow you to get silver limitless range, which is the most overpowered badge in NBA 2K23 by far. The jump from bronze limitless range to silver limitless range is insane. If you don't believe me, go check out 2K Lab's video on it. The change is drastic. So all you 6'9s that are making an 83 and 82 3-point rating build, I know you don't think it's a big deal because it's only a couple attribute points, but you are actually destroying your potential. After that, we're gonna make our mid-range a 74 so we get exactly 20 shooting badges. Then we're gonna come down to ball handling. Ball handling is gonna be maxed out, which is an 87, which means you unlock all the best dribble moves at this height. After that, we're gonna make our pass accuracy a 75 because if y'all don't know, LeBron passed out is by far the best passed out in the game for these taller builds, and at 75 you unlock it, so it is crucial that you get at least a 75 pass accuracy. It makes what you would think would be slower passes, because you're not at around an 80, 85 like these smaller guard builds, insanely fast just off the pass style alone. And after that, we're gonna make our speed with ball a 75 as well. And I'll cover this real quick for those of y'all that don't know. Speed with ball only activates once your acceleration burst is over, which is around 1 to 2 seconds after you catch the ball. That's why these 6'9 builds are so fast, because their acceleration is high, not because their speed with ball is high. I'll go a little more in depth once we get to speed, but first, the defense. The thing I'm most excited about for this build, the defense is insane. First off, we're gonna make a perimeter defense in 88 rating, which right off the bat gives you Hall of Fame menace, silver clamps, and gold challenger. Then we're gonna match it with our interior defense being an 88 as well, which gives you post lockdown on gold and the ability to stop centers in the paint. Speaking of stopping centers in the paint, the most important attribute that I'm most excited for, we have a 93 block rating, which of course gives you gold anchor, gold pogo stick, and a Hall of Fame chase down artist. This combined with the interior defense makes stopping centers with a point guard build seem easy. The clips I showed in the beginning of the video only showed you a glimpse of what you can do with this build. It gets insane. And of course, we're not going to be a liability in any aspect of the game. We're going to make our steal in 85 as well, which of course gives you silver glove and silver interceptor. And finally, we're going to finish off the defensive stats by increasing our defensive rebound to a 65 to get that 23rd defensive badge. Now, once again, I'm going to explain the badges in a second, but first, let's finish off our physicals. We're going to max out our acceleration to have an 80 acceleration on this build. We are going to max out our strength to have a 76 strength. We're going to put our vertical at 75 so we get all the pro contact dunks and other dunking animations. We're going to make our stamina a 90. And finally, we're going to max out our speed to a 78. Now, y'all, look at this build. Just off one glance, you can tell this build has virtually no weakness, but let me explain something real quick. So like I said, acceleration basically determines how fast you are with the ball, and the reason I say that is because the first 1 to 2 seconds after you catch the ball and you're about to put the ball down to make your first attacking move, that is all acceleration. Those first 1 to 3 steps, that is all based on your acceleration rating. After the acceleration effect is done, that's when your speed with ball comes into play. But if you're in a half-court scenario, whether it's on 2s, 3s, or pro-am, you have already dunked the ball by then, which is why you see 6'9s dominating this game. It's because they have the illusion of being incredibly fast. Your speed rating literally only determines how fast you move without the ball in your hand. So how fast you're running up the court on a fast break, how fast you're rotating on defense, that is your speed rating. And me and a lot of other good 2K players agree that if you're a 6'9 build, all you need is a 75 speed. So we went even a little overboard with 78. But the good thing is, with Gym Rat unlocked, you will have an 82 speed, an 84 acceleration, and an 80 strength. And if that's not good enough for you, I'm gonna show you one variation you could do, which is bringing down your interior defense to an 86. Obviously, you lose post lockdown gold. If you do this, it'll go down to silver. But if you don't care about that, you could do that and then make your speed an 80 if it sits right with you. In my opinion, this looks better, but it's worse for your build, if that makes sense. But if you want to do this, if this is what you're comfortable with, by all means, you could do this. For me, I'm going with the 78 speed, 88 interior defense, because I know speed realistically does not affect my build whatsoever. So this is what the build looks like in the builder, but completely maxed out, this build looks totally different. So obviously, you get your 4 extra badges from my career, then you get an extra badge if you hit level 39, which of course I did. So I have 5 extra badges to spend, and I put them all on defense. I'll explain why I put them all on defense more when we get to the badges section section of this video. But when I was testing this build, I found that all of my other categories, I got every badge that I want and need with those badge points. The only category that I found myself wanting more badges on was my defense, because look at all the defensive badges we unlock. I want Menace, I want Chase Down Artist, I want Interceptor, I want Anchor, I want Glove. I wanted all of these badges. So to paint the picture for y'all maxed out, this build is gonna have 16 finishing, 20 shooting, 20 playmaking, 28 defensive badges. And the physicals are going to be 82 speed, 84 acceleration, and 80 strength. And that strength paired with a 93 block and an 88 interior defense makes it insanely good at stopping rim running 6'9". You literally have the same offensive capabilities of these other 6'9" builds, but you are their worst nightmare at the same time. I absolutely love this build. Now moving forward, you unlock pretty much every takeover in the game. The only one missing is slashing, but why do you need slashing take? Rim running and contact dunks are already overpowered in this game. There is no reason to want slashing takeover in my opinion. The takeovers that I went with are limitless range and either pain intimidation or my new favorite takeover, stuff blocks, which increases your chance of getting snatch blocks. And there's a rumor going around that I fully believe that for some reason increases your odds of getting a snatch block when you're not even in takeover. Now that's just a rumor, that's not confirmed, but I fully believe it because like y'all seen in the clips, I've been getting snatch blocks like crazy on this build. Now of course it could be because I have gold anchor and a 93 block. It probably is, but let me be superstitious. Now once you make the build, you will see you have built a two-way inside out score. I've been fiending for this build name forever. I love it, and it's on my most perfect 6'9" build that I could possibly make. It doesn't get better than this. Now I'm gonna show y'all exactly why these badge counts turn out to be absolutely perfect for your build. So for finishing, obviously you're gonna want Limitless Takeoff on gold. You're gonna want Masher on silver. Just to unlock the tier 3 badge, we're gonna put Slithery on bronze. Then we're gonna core Posterizer on silver, so we still have 6 badge points available. And with those 6 badge points, we're gonna put Fearless Finisher on silver. Then we're gonna upgrade our Slithery to silver. And that's literally all the badges that I would have wanted out of finishing, and we have one left over as well, so I'm just gonna put it on drop stepper because sometimes I drop step smaller guards. But you see what I'm saying? 16 finishing is perfect for 6'9s, all because they get Limitless Takeoff on gold at tier 2 instead of tier 3. For shooting, it's the same story. You're gonna want Green Machine on gold. You're gonna want Agent 3 on silver. We're gonna put Amped on bronze for now just to unlock the tier 3 badges. Then of course we're gonna core Limitless Range, and with the 10 extra badge points that we have left over, we're gonna make Amped gold. And then literally with 8 badge points available, it's all preference. None of these other badges really matter. I promise you, none of these other badges really matter. If you care about Deadeye, put Deadeye on. It don't activate that much. Catch and Shoot actually is a great badge. It helps you a lot. I don't shoot a lot of catch and shoot jump shots, that's why I didn't mention it. But if you are gonna use this, core this instead, so you save an extra badge point like this, and then put Limitless Range on silver, and you still have 2 extra badge points to put on whatever you want. I've seen people use Slippery Off Ball and just get open easier off the ball. I don't play like that, it's not for me. So I guess I'll just put on Clutch Shooter on. So I'm telling you, these extra badges do not matter. It's just to make people feel good about their build, when in reality, it is not helping them that often. For playmaking, more of the same. You get everything you want. You want Quick First Step on gold. You want Bailout on bronze. And right now, I literally don't want any other tier 1 or tier 2 badge, but I'll put Vice Grip on bronze just to unlock the tier 3s. Then of course, I'm gonna core Unpluckable so I save 7 badge points, and I'm gonna put on Handles for days. And then once again, I have 3 extra playmaking badges. All of these badges are not gonna help me. Mismatch Expert is only against people who are taller than me. I'm 6'9". How many times are you gonna be getting guarded by someone who's taller than 6'9"? And the other badges are just to help my teammates. We're not here to make our teammates better, we here to make ourselves better. So we're gonna put Vice Grip on gold. In the bronze badge, I guess we could put on Hyperdrive, which I promise you does not help you in the slightest. Once again, people have tested running down the court with or without Hyperdrive, and it makes literally no difference. And finally, the defense. For this, pretend like you have 28 or 27 if you didn't hit 39. Pretend you have 28 defensive badges. I'm gonna be speaking as if we do have 28 because on my finished build, I do have 28 defensive badges. So we're gonna go Interceptor on silver, Chase Down Artist on Hall of Fame, which unlocks our tier 3. We're gonna core Anchor on gold. We're gonna put Clamps on silver, Challenger on gold, Glove on silver, and we actually have 7 badges left remaining. And with those 5 extra badges, we're gonna put Menace on gold and Workhorse on silver. After that, you have literally every defensive badge you could ever want. You are an absolute defensive menace while still being an absolute offensive menace, just like our last 6'9 build and all of these other 6'9s. I can't believe more people haven't figured out this build and made videos on it. A 93 block on a 6'9 is insanely overpowered. Now for the dribble moves, these are by far the best dribble moves in the game for taller players like this build. If y'all want to know how to use these dribble moves the most effective way possible, my dribble moves video will be linked in the description below. Please make sure to go check that out. It will help you a ton. It'll also show you how to do the moving spin that I do in a lot of my clips. And for the jump shot, there are two jump shots that I alternate between. Right now, my favorite jump shot is right here. Base Kyle Kuzma, release 1 Luka Doncic, release 2 Rudy, 100% release speed, and the blending is 31% Luka, 69% Rudy. The second jump shot I use is base Tobias Harris, release 1 Penny Hardaway, release 2 Rudy, 100% release speed, 65% Penny Hardaway, 35% Rudy. I would try both of these jump shots on early first, and then if you don't like them, try them on very early. I use them on both. It's honestly gotten to the point where I switch my jump shot every day between these two and between those two releases. Just depends how I'm feeling that day. If you want more jump shots for this height range as well as other height ranges like under 6'4 and above 6'10, make sure to check out my jump shot video. It will be linked down below as well.
Ballin', 2K we never be falling. Rachel she never be calling. Still hitting shots while they steady be taunting. Ballin', 2K we never be falling. Rachel she never be calling. Still hitting shots while they steady be ballin'.